no, God, I'll never do that. Ever since I was a little kid, I was told that I was going to be a pastor. My dad is a pastor, so for some reason, everyone thinks if your dad is a pastor, because that's his job, you also have to be a pastor.
Amen.
And I've always kind of been like a rebel, like not doing bad things, but not doing expected things. I don't want to do what people want me to do just for that purpose, because I have to for some reason. I want to follow God and follow my own dreams. So I never wanted to be a pastor. Pastors are like stereotypically like not cool, kind of nerdy, sheltered, and I was like too cool to be a pastor. When I was in 9th grade, I went to this Bible camp and I clearly heard God calling me to be a pastor. When I clearly heard God like in my head calling me to be a pastor, and for like the last 9 years, I was just trying to forget that ever happened.
I think it's fun. Like that's like what is it? High school?
I grew up in Minnesota most of my life, and I really hate the cold, long Minnesota winters. So I've always dreamed of living somewhere like Florida, somewhere sunny. In 2014, when I was 21 years old, 4 friends and I just randomly moved to Hawaii.
I'm ready. Waterproof, right? It's waterproof.
Never been here before, no reason, just for fun. So people started calling us the High Five, like Hawaii 5-0. So we called ourselves the High Five too. We just embraced it, and that's what we were. It was a great time. And then Sunday nights we started a Bible study and we ate pancakes. We called it Pancake Night.
Pancake night is for real.
We ended up inviting random people off the streets and our friends, and it like accidentally turned into the beginnings of a church. And that's where God really connected the dots for me. Like God was like, hey, I've been calling you to be a pastor for so many years and you've been saying no, and here's the opportunity. And that's when it just came together, where the calling met the opportunity, and ever since then I've just been pursuing God with this church.
Check, like check, 1, 2. Check. Checking the mic.
4 friends and I really lead the gathering, and it's a church on the beach. We've been doing it for about 2.5 years now. My goal in starting this church was to create a community that loves Jesus and loves being together. The first year, the gathering was actually kind of rough. There's only about like 5, maybe 10 people coming the whole first year. But there were 2 things that really were holding me back from me pastoring the gathering and from the gathering really being all it could be. The first thing, like I mentioned, was me accepting that call to be a pastor in my heart. Right here. Like this is my mission field. These people need to know Jesus right here. That's really why I'm alive. To share Jesus with this island. Everything. After about a year of pastoring it and loving being the pastor at the gathering, I was doing it with my actions, but not with my heart, my soul, and my mind. And then through the encouragement of some friends and God just convicting me so hard, I just finally gave in to God. And I realized like pursuing anything else in this world is not eternal. It doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
Only like things for God last forever, your relationship with God. And also, the second thing that was holding me back was my dating relationship. So I'd been dating this girl for a couple years, a great Christian girl from Hawaii. But our plans for our future together, they weren't to live in Hawaii long term. I think during our dating relationship, we loved each other a lot, but we both kind of knew that this wasn't going to work out in the long run, and we just had different ideas and different plans for our future, honestly. But we were holding on for so long to each other because we couldn't give up on this, even though we both kind of knew that God had better things for us. It was really a denying of self, because obviously I wanted to stay with her, and I did for so long, and it was great, but like in the long term, like I needed to do what God needed me to do, and so did she, and I think God has blessed us for going separate ways. Yeah, I love the Waikiki Beach Gathering. I love my church. The church is the people, and I love them. I love being with the people of the gathering, and I'm so passionate about what God wants me to do. Like, I can't believe this is not what I wanted to do even a couple years ago, but God has changed my heart, and it's all I want to do. It's all I think about is pastoring the gathering. In my free time, I just do things to further our ministries and hang out with people. What I'm doing right now, I want to do the rest of my life. God has really called me to this place and to these people, and I love what we're doing here. And I think we can plant many churches and just share Jesus with everyone. And I just plan on being a pastor here in Hawaii and just loving this life.
Thanks for coming, guys.